Hello everyone, I'm Becky Goldsmith with Piece of Cake, and I want to show you the Yazzie craft box. It has a fabric top. Because the top is fabric and it's got some body, but it's not really stiff, it will mellow out just a little bit with time. But because it doesn't have a zippered pouch here, what I like is that I can fold that down and keep it out of the way when I want to have access to the inside of the Yazzie. The zipper pulls, there's one on either side, so you can zip it all the way open or closed, and your zippers can meet in the middle or on one side. Inside, there are 4 pouches. They are all the same size, but they're not exactly the same. So 2 pouches are not subdivided, which means you can stick all kinds of stuff in here and fill it up with things that are not bigger than this, right? So sometimes I'll put several pairs of scissors in one, or you might put scissors and a rotary cutter. You can put all kinds of things in there. Probably not your lunch, but you get the idea. Snacks, you could put snacks in one. This one is subdivided through the center, which is handy when you have items that you want to keep separate. And notice that these are all visible, so the clear vinyl fronts on these pouches mean that you can see what you're trying to find without having to open and look down into the pouch. Then there's this pouch that has one long narrow opening, and on the top it has the same kind of thing, but it's subdivided. So you can store different items that are different sizes in a way that makes sense to you. Once these things are stuffed full, they will fill this space. Or perhaps you have some other thing you want to put in there and you don't want to fill every one of those with something, but you have the supplies you need in one of these pouches. So you could have your folded blocks, you could have pieces of wool, you could have balls of pearl cotton with a pouch that has your needles and needle threader and scissors and that sort of thing in it. There's all kinds of possibilities for what you can put in either of these wells. This is flexible. It's not sewn in at the bottom. It is sewn in on the sides. If you wanted to remove this, you certainly could. I probably won't, because this is my handcrafted sewing box. I carry all kinds of sewing notions in there. And it fits right there, leaving space for something there. And then I could put things in here. I could put balls of thread in there. That makes me very happy. But there are other things that you might have in your own sewing stash to fill this space. What's nice is that it is so accommodating. You can use it in all sorts of ways. You might use it for pens and pencils and notebooks and that sort of thing. You could use this for almost anything that is not bigger than the Yazzie. And even there, you can stuff these things pretty full because they do give just a little bit. It's got one handle on the top, so you can hold it this way. But the other thing that's nice is that it doesn't have a lot of extraneous handles, because you can take this and fill it and then put it down inside another bag. Like picture this in your other bag that's got more things stuffed in it, and you put this Yazzie down in there. It's really handy to use. So this is the Yazzie craft box with a fabric top. It's really handy. And you can see on the picture on the cover, you know, they show different things inside here. You could put jewelry. You could put all kinds of stuff in here. I hope you enjoyed seeing what's inside the craft box. May you have many happy stitches. Thanks for watching.
Hi, you know, I have quite a few Yazzie craft bags. There are a lot more that I would like. The more you have, the more you want, because you find out what you can use them for. They are so handy. I mean, this one, this is the Craft Box fabric top, and I am using it for my small cross stitch project. It comes with 4 of these bags, which are truly wonderful. They are so well made. And this one I have the floss in so it doesn't get all tangled up. And here I have my needles and threaders and scissors. And I have 2 more left over, and I'm gonna use them for something else. I mean, right here I have all of my magic clips and wonder clips in them. Works great for that. So just because it comes with this bag does not mean that I'm only going to use it with this bag. I mean, you could find it anywhere in my sewing room because I have more of these from other bags. But this one, it's just such a cute little size. I keep my project in here and my supplies, and I have my instructions here and my portable light and M&Ms. But anyhow, I just wanted to show you this. I mean, it's a nice size to take with you. Has the handle on it. Very lightweight, portable. I could see me taking this on a vacation while I'm driving, riding in the car or sitting at an airport. And you know what? I want to tell you this. A lot of people think, oh, that's a craft bag. I can only use it for my sewing or my needlepoint. No, you know what? The jewelry travel line, there's a lot of bags there with possibilities too. You don't have to use the travel for travel, and you don't have to use the craft for craft. Pay attention to the dimensions on the website. That's all you need to know. What fits your purpose by what it offers as far as pockets and pouches, because what you need is different than what I need. Because to me, I like the fact this has the divider in it and I can separate my supplies. You may not like that. Take this out. In 10 minutes, I can unpick this, and then I have all of this space. But I could just as easily use a travel bag for some of my craft needs. So when you're thinking of a Yazzie bag, start with the one that suits your purpose the most. And I'll bet you'll be like me. You can think of a million different uses for the different bags. I got my eye on a couple right now.
Hi, I'm just getting set up for the day. I'm planning on doing some stitching outside. And so I packed up my Yazzie Craft Top box here with things I'm gonna need. And I just thought I'd share with you my finish on this. So I took a class with Sue Spargo in Calgary in the fall of 2019, and this is from her small vase class. So I stitched it onto this bag. I think it looks really lovely. The colors look good, but I want to show you this bag. It's really a little workhorse for me. It's probably one of the first bags I got. Yeah, actually it is. And I find that it just holds a lot. The best part about this bag, Craft Top box, it comes with 4 removable pouches. So for example, I packed it up with the threads that I'm gonna need today and the tools for the piece I'm gonna be stitching on. And so as you can see, these 4 little pouches fit very, very nicely in this. And I'm able to put my wallet in here, my drizzle pad, and everything. It keeps it all together, safe and organized. So if you're thinking about looking at a Yazzie bag, try this Craft Top box. It's one of the last videos I'm doing, but it's one of the first bags I got, and I use it all the time. The price point is really good, so enjoy your bags. Bye.
This was always my go-to hexie box, and it still is here in the beehive. What happened though, the last time I took it on the road, is that the top got dented, because this is just this cute little tin box. And I thought, this is not really practical. This is not really practical for everything I need on the road, even as cute as it is. So it is going to be my beehive hexie box. What am I taking on the road? My Yazzie bag. Now this Yazzie bag, if you go on the site for Yazzie bags, this one, I don't know what they call it. And it's really difficult to see from the pictures what size it really is. So I'm going to tell you, this bag measures 12 inches by 10 inches. 10 inches, 12 inches, 2 inches. I decided, and these things are sturdy. They'll, I mean, you know when you see at the airport, you see the baggage guy going across the tarmac and something flies off? I've seen that. Suitcase flies off. This is the kind of bag, if that happened to, it would be okay, because this is so tough. It is so tough. So I've decided this is my go-to travel hexie bag. So 10 inches by 12 inches by 2 inches. Now, because I made it my hexie bag, I had to put a hexie on it. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? So cute. So I made the hexie, and then I just slip stitched it down with, I use silk thread, because silk is the strongest fiber, and it, when you sew hexies with it, it just melts into the fabric if you get a little tug, so you don't see the thread. But I can't get over how cute this looks. So this is my go-to hexie bag. So let me show you how I pack it. And look at how it's going to be very compact to take with me in Penny. So this bag has 1, 2, 3, 4 of these different configuration envelopes. So I have hexie papers and mylar hexies. I have, oh, there's the mylar hexies, and there's the hexie template that I use to cut out. You can see through that template to cut out the fabric. I have my foam pens that I use for the starch before I press my hexies, and then my needles and my little clips and my thread, my silk thread. And then I have a pair of scissors, and then here's I'm cutting out a bunch of the background to be able to stitch. So that all fits in there like that. And then these baggies that are filled with all the different weeks for hexies that I need to make are already cut out and ready to go. I hope this is the screenshot, because this is so freaking cute. And it wasn't hard to stitch. One of the great things about this particular bag is that, let me just show you. The back side of this bag, the top of this bag, didn't have a plastic pocket, so I could fold it and stitch, you know. And I just slip stitched it around, and then yeah, so this is the bag that's going with me. I think I have just maybe
maybe 2 or 3 more weeks of Hexie's to put together in baggies. I have to look up on her, that Spring Daisy Stitchery. I have to look on her Instagram to see what week and what day I might be missing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 20 Hexie's done, Hexie flowers done. So, yeah, this one plan has made me feel so much more in control of my world. So I'll put the link for Yazzie. You can, I'll put their link, but you can find Yazzie, like Pioneer Quilts has Yazzie bags that are on sale. Sue Spargo has Yazzie bags. A lot of places have Yazzie bags for sale. So just know that this is the 12 by 10 by 2 inch bag that I'm using for my Hexies, although you might need a bigger bag if you have a lot more Hexies. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for today.
The third bag we introduced in 2001 was our craft travel wallet, and they do work really well for jewelry, makeup, accessories, medications when you're traveling, and also as little needle cases, something for your minor threads, and you'll see the functionality of it. So this is how you can fill it with your bits of jewelry, and when you travel you can keep it in your handbag and it stays tucked away and it's viewable if anybody wants to see the contents. The same bag is used for your crafty bits and pieces, smaller items preferably, and needles, your sewing machine feet, etc. And the fact that it folds up into this little wallet is a great idea. And if you feel like you need it to embellish the bag, you can do some wonderful stuff on the bag. The measurements of this bag is 11.5 centimeters by 14 centimeters, and in inches it is 4.5 by 5.5 inches.
Hi, I thought I'd follow up the Yazzie post on their Yazzie travel wallet with just a small demonstration of how I did my travel wallet. So there's a couple of things you need. You're going to need, of course, the Yazzie travel wallet. This comes in all kinds of sizes, or all kinds of colors, I should say. And you're going to need the Cape Flower Needle Keeper pattern.
by Sue Spargo. This pattern you can get as a pattern or you can get as a kit. If you're going to get the kit, you won't be able to make some of the changes unless you have some extra scraps of matching wool, but we'll get into that in a minute. So first, let me discuss the travel wallet. So the travel wallet, as I said, it comes in many colors, and it's 5 3/4 by 4.5 inches. It has 4 clear plastic pouches with zippers. And if you flip it over, this is the outside. So that's pretty plain for me. So what I decided is that I needed to jazz up my Yazzie. So what I did is I created mine using Sue's pattern. The first thing you might notice in the pattern, Sue's actually only has the 1 flower on the face, and I decided to do 2. So I had extra wool that matched this kit, and so I was able to add the additional flower. I think it looks nice because when I close mine, you can see the flowers on this side or on that side. So I think that makes it really cute. So what I'm going to suggest is you buy this pattern. It's $32 American, I believe, and you should be able to get that at any of your Sue Spargo local shops that carry Sue Spargo. And of course you're going to need this Yazzie wallet. So what I did is I simply followed the instructions, and Sue has great instructions in here for doing the travel wallet. So just follow along. Once you get to the inside is where I decided to make some more changes. And as you can see, here's the inside. I decided that these clear pouches, I wanted to be clear so that I could see what items I need to grab quickly. But I also wanted to have a pouch that was kind of private. So, I don't know, I go to a lot of retreats and stuff, and I could slide a little bit of cash in here. I could slide my credit card in. I could slide things that don't necessarily want to be seen. And then I have my needle stop. I can't live without needle stops. Every bag I make, everything I make, I always have needle stops. I simply cut a piece of wool the exact same size as one of these sections. I then decided to cut out some circles, do a little fancy stitching on here, and when I thought that looked good enough, I just took it, grabbed some Wonderfill Invisifil 80 weight thread, and I stitched along the edge and whip stitched this all down on 3 of the sides, and left this bottom side by this zipper open. Now I did that making sure that of course you don't catch your zipper and you don't catch this zipper, and the reason I left this bottom edge originally open was so that I could slide some quilt batting in here. So I slid some pieces that I had, some scraps, and patted it up till I thought it looked okay and would have enough oomph to hold my needles. And then I just simply whip stitched it down again with Invisifil, and you can't even see it. Another idea I've come up with, I'm going to be redoing it. I've come up with something else I want to try, but I would recommend you could couch down one of a lovely number 3 weight organza thread and along all these edges, and again just make sure you don't cover your needle stop. And then I took a look at it and I thought, well, it still doesn't look jazzy enough, so I cut 1/4 inch ribbon, cut 4 pieces, and I simply added them onto these little bias sections that are nicely sewn onto the travel wallet, and I just simply covered those by again just whip stitching it down. It holds it really well, and it makes a really cute looking needle briefcase. So this is just my short clip. If you have any further questions, you can always contact me through Facebook at Sherry Sews or Instagram, Sherry Manson. But I hope you enjoyed this little video on the Yazzie travel wallet. Oh, remember, post pictures and tag it Yazzie travel wallet Cape Flower, and I'd like to see what you guys do. Okay, bye for now.
So this is the Yazzie travel wallet. It can be used for jewelry or crafting things. I, of course, am using it for crafting things. Inside, here's the pink, and this is the purple. Inside, I have all of my needles. So because I do a lot of different types of embroidery, I have a lot of different types of needles. So I was able to, in each one, I've got my embroidery needles, my betweens, my beading needles. This is my random, my chenille, tapestry, any that I just have a few of, I keep in this one. And then this is the one that I use a lot for embroidery. So I've got all of my milliner's needles, more in a different size, more in a different size, and then my sharps. And it's nice just to have, I have multiples in here. It's really nice to have them all handy and not have to go digging for something when I need it. And I can pop this into one of my other Yazzie bags that I'm taking on the road or to a workshop and have everything that I need here. I don't have to worry that I've forgotten anything. I love how compact they fold up. Oops, except this one I have a lot of needles in there. But even so, you can see it's not super thick. They're all protected in there. And I really love these little pouches. So this is, again, the Yazzie travel wallet.
I have gotten some fantastic haul and stitchy kindness, which I'm going to share with you. My Yazzie bags came, and if you go on Stitch Roadies, you will see the crafter's bag. Oh my gosh, is that bag amazing. But the other two bags I wanted to show you are the oval sewing box. I'm loving this color, and you know, it kind of makes me excited about how I'm gonna decorate these, because who wants a plain old bag? Yeah. Who wants a plain old bag? But since I have already three Yazzie products that I have wool stitching on, and on the Crafter's Organizer, I'm going to actually do a cross stitch on the front of it, mounted. So this one, these next couple, I think I might do like a sashiko, or, you know. So there's this lovely bag, and it comes with a little pouch insert. But I love, it's kind of like a little lunch pail. I love how it feels. You know, it's got the little handle, and it's cute. It's cute, huh? So I don't know how I'm going to decorate it. You know, I also have lots of quilt pins. You know, pins that you get like at quilt shows. Hopefully someday we'll be doing that again. But that would be a nice place to display this also. So I got that. That's the oval sewing box. And then the Yazzie craft box fabric top. And I decided on purple. I know. Isn't that cool? And it has, I have like a little official briefcase. I'm an official crafter. I'm the CEO of the Beehive, and I have my own briefcase. I know, silly. I'm silly. So when I open this, there are pockets in here. Oh my gosh. All these insert pockets. Look at all of them. That I can put different things in there. Oh my gosh. And then they fit in the lower half. They all fit in this lower half pocket. And in the upper half, I could put my lunch. I could put some more projects and stuff. And the thing about these Yazzie bags is that they're sturdy. You know, they are, I mean, she originally made these as travelers bags for people who travel a lot, who fly a lot, to carry important things, their jewelry, cameras, all that kind of stuff inside a suitcase, and it's protected because it's very sturdy. But the craft industry went gaga for these, and it's a way to like have all your craft in the bag protected, but you kind of want to decorate it. And so I'm thinking on the front of this, what would be really cool is to maybe do a sashiko like from Sylvia Pippin. She has some awesome designs. I just don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know. So maybe an embroidery. I have no idea. All I know is I'm so happy to have gotten them. I feel totally spoiled. And I'm going to spoil you. Yazzie sent me something to give away to you. I know. Crazy, huh? So, if you remember, this is my Yazzie wallet, which I did. Sue Spargo had a kit on how to embellish this wallet, and then did some teaching on the stitches, and so I embellished this wallet with wool, flower, and ribbon, all from Sue Spargo. And then on the inside, I inserted, as Sue instructed, this little wool page insert, and I attached my needle labels that you can get from SueSpargo.com, and I only attached my very favorite needles, and because this is just for short travel, you know, and then I put those needles that I have as my most favorite from my very favorite stitches in on this little sheet of wool. Got my needle minder, got my needle threaders, the drizzle pad, and some extra needles up here, and it just folds up into this absolutely fabulous wallet. So, you know, this fits in your purse. This fits in your pocket. So you go into a friend's house, you could just roll up the threads you need and some little project in there, and you're all set to go. On the go. So Yazzie sent me a travel wallet to give away. Yes, to give away. And it's a red one. What's not to love about red? Can you imagine embellishing that? So what do you have to do to be in the drawing for this Yazzie wallet? Well, here's what I want you to do. First of all, I want you to subscribe. Leave a comment that you love Yazzie. And remember, Yazzie is spelt with 2 I's. So you want to spell Yazzii. Put that up close there. Yazzie.com. But they're so generous to have sent this travel wallet to give away to one of you quilt roadies, that what I would really like for you to do is to, if you're an Instagram follower, which I know a lot of you are, I want you to go to Yazzie Crafts, Yazzie with 2 I's, Crafts on Instagram, and subscribe. Become a follower of Yazzie Crafts, because she has, she's at a trade show last week. I mean, there's all kinds of fun things that are showing up on her Instagram feed. So please be a subscriber of Quilt Roadies. Go to Instagram and follow Yazzie Crafts, and I will put the link in the description box and the correct spelling. Isn't that exciting? That's so exciting.